Man, don't let nobody stop you. Fonz harder, come on. Let's talk, y'all. You don't stop, y'all. To the top, y'all. Let's make it pop. Let's talk, y'all. You don't stop, y'all. To the top, y'all. Let's chop it up. Can we talk for a minute? Chop it up a few seconds. Won't be long. Promise you won't regret it. It's a thing. I wanna set straight for the record.
Hey, it's your girl Hazel Sky, and I'm here live, and I'm going to be interviewing Fonz Carter in a moment, and we're going to listen to his new single, Can We Talk, and find out more things that's going on with him. I'll be back.
Feel the need to talk to the people, share my heart with the people. Y'all dark and it's evil out here. They'll pop you and leave you in the back of the depot. Heartless like Rico when he murdered Mitch in the hallway, all over kilos. I'm praying the Lord reach up. Can we talk, y'all? Come on, we got to. On point, so don't let them rock you. Can't treat you, and then drop you. Don't know, girl, don't let it stop you. They'll eat you, try to bite you. Fight, smile all in your face, they don't like this here. Verse is for the church, you know, saints who got it together, so that's what they claim. Running around like saving souls is a game. In the church where they say prophesizing and praying. Why the kids in the street slinging them can't identify with their lies or their pain.
Hey, it's your girl Hazel Sky, and I'm here live with Fonz Carter. How are you?
Blessed.
That's good. So, tell me some things about you.
Well, I'm an awesome MC. Fonz Carter, Who Rhymes Harder. New single out there, go get it. We can go on for days now. You might want to be a little more specific when you ask me that.
So, since we went to MC, let's talk about your shirt. What brought the idea about?
Well, actually, I was doing a mixtape, and I was just freestyling at one point, and I just said Fonz Carter, Who Rhymes Harder. And everybody, it just went viral. Like, everybody just picked up. So now when everybody see me, they say Fonz Carter, Who Rhymes Harder.
Okay.
So kind of, you know, just one of those things. You know, they say simplicity sells. So, you know, I decided to keep it simple.
Okay. So have anyone came and challenged?
No, actually not yet. But it's more of when I say who rhymes harder, it's not in the sense where I'm asking who actually rhymes harder than me. I'm saying who rhymes harder. Who you at?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, who hungry? You know, that means somebody can say I'm hungrier than you. It just means, no, I'm hungry too. How about that bullshit?
I need to use that. So, your latest mixtape, is that the Medicine and Candy?
Yes, it is. Medicine and Candy will be out in 2 weeks.
Okay. And for everyone who would like to find it?
You get find me on no other than Who Rhymes Harder at Twitter. Follow me on that. I'll have it'll be on that piff. FonzCarter.com. You can download it. It'll be on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation.
Okay. And off of the Medicine and Candy, what's your first single?
The first single is called Knuckleheads.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, and to be more specific, is Don't Be a Knucklehead. That's you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any features on your mixtape?
No, actually, it's all me.
Oh.
Yeah, no features. A lot. I mean, not, you know. I mean, to each his own. But I got enough to say. You know, it's been a while since I released a project, so I didn't want to come out and lean on other people to kind of fill up my project. You know, make me lazy.
Okay.
You know, I'm ready to grind. I'm in grind mode. GM. I don't mean General Motors. I mean grind mode.
So what's the difference between the mixtape and the album?
Well, the mixtape is more for more promotional. You know, from a promotional standpoint. Mixtapes are faster. You know, obviously you don't have to get all the production done. And it's just a good way of introducing who I am.
Okay.
That'll make you run out and buy the album.
Okay. And is Fonz Carter your name or is that your stage name?
No, that's my name. Well, Alfonso Carter is my full name. So
Okay.
Fonz Carter is, just took everybody called me Fonz. So that's what we decide. I'm not too made up. I'm not, I'm an artist, but I'm not an artist. You know what I mean?
You're not into gimmicks?
Well, I'm not necessarily into gimmicks because I'm a businessman, so sometimes gimmicks help,
Right.
so it's nothing wrong with gimmicks, but me, I'm more like what you see is what you get.
Okay.
In terms of when it comes to hip hop, what you see is what you get.
Okay. So have you been compared to Jay Carter?
Yeah, too often.
Ah.
It used to bother me, but it's to the point now where it's, I hear it too much now, so it's like, all right, obviously everybody's not just saying that for no reason, so it's something I just got to live with. They say my voice is similar to his. I mean, this is the voice God gave me, so this is what I'm left with.
How long have you been doing music?
I guess about 15 years, I guess.
And have you always been an artist?
Yes, but not more so in the forefront. I was like it's kind of like a hobby, something that I just enjoyed doing. I knew I did it well, but I didn't really take it that serious because I was preoccupied with other things that seemed more self-gratifying.
Okay. So do you produce all of your music?
Well, no, actually, I write it all. My album was pretty 100%. Kid Cole produced out of Buffalo. He produced the entire project.
Kid Cole is a big name around the city and around the country.
Yeah, Kid's a genius.
So the mixtape, is that your first mixtape or?
No, I did it. I released a mixtape. I guess about 2 years ago. It was called Road to Damascus.
Okay.
Well, I guess maybe about 3 years. As you're aware, I was in prison, so I had life, so I wasn't very inspired to do any more writing because I'm like, for what?
Right.
That's not important to me right now. But I was blessed and got released. A law changed and I was released. And when I came home, I call it the rap bug. It bit me.
Okay.
And I started playing around again, and that's how that mixtape was produced.
Your single "Pray Hard," what brought about that song?
Actually, that really stimulated a beat stimulated that. It was really the track. My boy out of San Antonio sent me that. He had a production team, and he said I had a bunch of beats that he said he heard my voice on, or whatever. So just the beat, and just with so much going on in the world, I don't know if I was watching the news. I don't know if it was a subconscious situation where to pray hard. I just felt like we need to pray. With all this madness that's going on, I got a saying that says "Real men pray," and I'm sure that has something to do with the title of that song.
I like that. Real men do pray. I agree.
Contrary to what society and the world says, but official dudes pray.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you say you're official, you need to be praying.
Official men pray.
You official like a ref with a whistle, and you thorough to the core. I'm talking bone gristle. You must be supposed to pray.
Hey.
So.
Yeah. We gonna pray tonight. Prayer meeting.
Prayer meeting.
Delaware Park. Oh wait, we can't be there after 10. So, front of City Hall. We gonna pray.
Can't be there after 10.
And we gonna sing "We Shall Overcome" at the same time.
And I'm not a betting man, but I bet you'd be the only one there.
You guys are not gonna come?
You gotta literally call them out.
I want all of the men who's official, who prays, to come, and I'm gonna set a date, and we're really gonna pray.
Yeah, I like the idea of that.
I'm really gonna set it up.
Pray hard.
Before the snow.
Can we play my single?
Sure.
As when we gather, can we play that?
Oh yes, yes. That's gonna get everybody into the praying mood. I was gonna go into blessing oil, but that's a little bit much.
Everybody be looking all greasy.
Okay. So going in Pray Hard, that's on, are you in Reverb Nation?
Yeah. Fonz Carter, Reverb.
Okay.
FONZ space CARTER.
Okay. And still, ooh, excuse me guys, water check. Moving along to your next single, Can We Talk? Where is that, is it located on the other artists' albums?
No, actually that's my maxi single. It'll just be well Mike Pratt put out a mixtape called The Leak, and he showcased that song on his project. You know, but that was more so just The Leak.
Okay.
That was like basically the pre-mixed version of what's on my album. Since then it's been mixed and mastered.
Oh, that version sounds very, very nice.
Really? That's good.
Yes. And it sounds, on the version of Can We Talk, it sounds like 2 or 3 people.
What?
It's on the...
on the song?
Yes.
Everyone always says that about a lot of my music, but
it's only you?
It's all me, yeah. But
wow.
You're not the first to say that. Because someone will be listening and say, well, oh, who's this? I'm like, this is me. But my you know, maybe my delivery might change or something, or my attitude on the song, so it'll sound a bit different. Wow, so you thought that too? I get that a lot.
I thought it was you and Pratt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because it was on The Leak.
Yeah, okay.
Is that intentional?
No, it just happens. You know.
Maybe you record at different times when you're in different moods. So that probably play.
Yeah, then also the matters what I'm talking, what the subject matter is.
Okay.
If it's something more emotional, then my voice sort of changes. If it's something more happy, then my pitch of my voice normally goes up. So that's pretty much. I believe that's the thing.
Real men have emotions. Real men shows their emotions. Real men voices pitch goes up when they're happy. A real man just said it. Any praise. Any praise. Yes.
You don't remember Biggie Small's first album? Do you remember that by any chance? Did you listen to that at all?
Was Juicy on the album?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
It was violent. If you notice, that whole album was like high pitch. And the second one that he came out with, his second and pretty much last one, he died before it came out. But if you notice that whole, it was more like a monotone. Everything he had changed his tone. You know, it's just an example, but it happened. It's common.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of common, but
I think maybe the second album, his weight and the weight of the money and the fame kind of settled him down, and so his delivery was much calmer. Yeah, but Juicy was a nice song. I really like Juicy. Okay, so back to the music. Are we in your studio now?
Yes.
Okay.
Demand Studios.
Okay.
Demand is a demand. So I you know, wherever there's a demand, there's a supply.
I'm reaching for you guys. Are you reaching to get it? If you reach, I promise you can reach and get it.
Man, don't let nobody stop you.
Okay. Okay. And do you offer, what services do you offer?
Well, Demand Film, our production team, we offer, we do weddings, we do music videos, short movies, documentaries, commercials, and Demand Films, and there's also Demand Studio, which we offer production, audio, recording, and production.
Okay. Okay. Is there anyone that in the game now that you compare your music to?
Do I compare my music to, really? No, not really. I'm sure I haven't really, since I've been out of prison, I haven't really, I've been grinding so hard, I haven't really had the opportunity to kind of just really vibe out to music a lot.
Okay.
So I haven't really heard a lot of the new artists or either old artists projects. I haven't really heard a lot. But I'm sure there's some, few cats out there. It's just that it's kind of, because I'm a Christian.
Okay.
But I'm not a gospel rapper.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like, they're like, okay, what's the difference, But there is a difference. I always say LeBron James gets saved tomorrow and he got a game the next day, he's not going to be considered a gospel basketball player, right? He's just a basketball player.
I hope they can save that edge up. Because that needs some saving. Okay. Where did the name Medicine and Candy come from?
Medicine and Candy came from the fact that, actually, the fact that my style is more like medicine and candy. I'm going to give you something to heal you, but it's not going to be to the point where it's nasty. It's going to taste well, and it'll be fulfilling in that sense. If you got a sweet tooth or whatever, and then when you hear it, you go, oh, that's what's up. But at the same time, it'll heal you at the same time. So I thought I'd kind of put those two together.
Okay. That's nice.
And that's why I don't compare my music to many other people out there in the game, because I don't know many, I'm sure there are. I just haven't really heard any people that's bringing that. It's either just straight too, like, so positive where it's corny, because they coming so strong. You dumb, you need to be doing this and this and this and that. Or it's either just trap, blow your brains out. It's like either one extreme or the other.
Right.
So,
What I find in music nowadays is it's not a lot of lyrics. A lot of songs are like 1-2 line songs, and they just repeat everything over and over.
There's a lot of that going on.
So it's not a lot of storytelling, like telling life experiences and helping, like you said, you provide medicine.
Fantasy Island.
Don't go to the doctors. Did you say Fantasy Island?
Yeah, that's what I call the industry now. It's like Fantasy Island. You can come and just be whoever you want. Reminds me of prison.
Yeah.
Everybody just pretend who they used to be or who they were.
So, since we have mentioned prison a lot, let's go to that. Let's speak on that. When did you go to prison?
2004.
Okay. And Channel 4 calls it the biggest drug bust. Do you agree?
I'm not sure, really. I didn't really do the research. I was too busy trying to research my case and try to see how I was going to, get up out of that thing. So, but they did say that it was the biggest drug bust in Amherst Town history. So,
Okay. It said that it was $300,000 to $500,000 when you were busted. That's a very lot of money. Was that the where am I going with this?
Was that the amount of cash, or was that the amount?
Was that the combined? Was that combined?
Well, yeah, it was. I don't know where they get these numbers from, honestly speaking. It was 3 kilos. Now, I don't know, I would have never made $300,000 off of 3 kilos, So I don't know where they got that from, but, I had 3 kilos, I had $60,000 in cash. But as far as the numbers, I'm not sure where.
So they just amped it up for the media, basically.
Probably so. If you broke that down to dimes or something and sat up in the house, then I'm sure you would have got that. But
so it could have been valued at $300,000 to $500,000.
Yeah, it could have been. But more importantly, that situation catapulted me into a period of my life where I decided that I didn't want nothing else to do with that. Yeah.
Okay. And how long of a sentence did you receive?
6 to life.
Okay. So 6 being minimum?
Life being maximum.
So you wasn't really given life?
Well, actually, it's interesting, from somebody to hear it from your point of view, but when you're sentenced to it and you know that it's a possibility, that they can keep you in there for the rest of your life legally.
Oh.
You know, to you got life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you know, you gotta stay positive. You gotta stay busy, keep your mind going.
Okay.
You know, to know that, you know, I mean, and it wasn't just at my sentence, it was the recommendation from the judge that I had got on top of sentencing me. He said that he recommended he was going to send his recommendation to the parole commissioner, stating that he believed I was a menace to society and that I should be kept far past my minimum, was his exact words. So,
okay. So what about all the liquor store owners? They are ministers to society. More people die from alcohol than they do drugs, I believe. Legally,
no,
legally.
That's a fact.
Legally, more people die from alcohol than they do drugs every day. Well, I'm not interviewing you in that jail cell. But if I am, this is a fabulous cell. A fabulous cell. So, how were you able to come home?
Well, the Rockefeller law. Many things, you know, changed. I think ultimately it was God's grace that got me out. But you know, God, I don't see God being this mystical God who just sprinkles dust and gets me out of jail. Things change, and he affects people's lives through people. You know, Russell Simmons was a big advocate for the Rockefeller drug reform laws, and they incorporated it where they was taking the life off everyone's sentences, and they was also instituting something that was called a merit board.
Okay.
And I went in front of the parole board for that merit board, and I made it. You know, I mean, because that's, you know, because I was in prison. You know, I was very productive in prison in terms of vocations and just reading, and you know, I was very involved in the church settings. You know, so I did a lot of things in prison, and it reflected on my records.
So basically, you proved the judge to be incorrect.
Most definitely. He said that I would be in. He said I'd be back in business the first day. I have my sentencing minutes. Every now and then I'll read them to kind of just, you know, motivate me, because he totally condemned me, you know, and I really don't hold that against him. I just say it was ignorance that made him say that, you know. But he said that I'd be back in business the first day I got out, and he told me he knew that was the case.
Oh.
You know, so you know, here we are 4 years later, and
you're back in business.
I'm back
just
in business,
not,
but exactly.
and not that way.
Yes, sir.
So
that's
what?
Right.
Taking that time to sit down, do you think that's what you needed?
Definitely.
Like if you would have never been followed and you know, taken down where you were taken down, do you feel you would still be doing the same thing?
Yeah, I'd either be dead or either doing a lengthy prison term, or either multi-millionaire, arrogant, ignorant, and selfish.
On your own island?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you came home, it's a clip in your video, Fonz Carter, on your YouTube page, Fonz Carter that is, and it shows that you were driving a Ford Windstar.
Yeah.
With rust on it. So how did it feel to come home, you know, from leaving? I'm pretty sure you had a very nice lifestyle to get, you know, caught with that amount. And then to come home to a Ford. How did that feel?
Well, it actually felt great. Only because the preparations that I took mentally and psychologically before I came home. Okay. I mean, I basically used to study and research successful people, you know, and around the world. I did that all day, every day. You know, if I wasn't doing that, I was working out. If I wasn't working out, I was, you know, involved in some church. You know, so basically I just fed my mind. So I knew that it was going to be a process when I came home. I knew the process, you know, and I knew it was going to be a struggle. You know, out of all the stories that I read about all the successful people that ever lived, no one was ever able to skip that process. So when I had a chance, an opportunity to embrace that, I did it. Okay. You know, as opposed to frowning up and I don't want to do this, I don't want to. No, let's get this on, let's get it popping, so we can go ahead and go through this, and then, you know, because I still want some bread. I'm gonna get me a bunch of bread, and I'm gonna help change a lot of lives too.
Make a lot of sandwiches.
For sure. Definitely.
Have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah, that's the first book I read when I got locked up. I actually cried when I read it because it's like a veil was released off my eyes, and So yeah, that's powerful literature. Robert Kiyosaki, huge fan of him. I read every book he wrote. Oh
wow, I haven't read every one, but I've read a lot. And Rich Dad Poor Dad is very good reading. It enlightens you about basically life. So when you came home, you were shot.
No, actually, it appears that way though in the documentary. Okay. But yeah, I understand that too. I said that people would get the impression. I was actually shot years before going to prison.
Okay.
Yeah. I was basically I was in the hood, getting money in a low bar, and I was playing a video game. And somebody had hired, we had some Crips and a couple Crips in town, and some guy that I had problems with had hired one of them, and I was playing a video game and he snuck up from behind me and shot me from the back.
Wow. So you were shot once?
6 times.
6 times?
One shooting, 6 shots. So so 6 bullets went in me at one time.
Wow. What kind of gun is that?
Not sure. It was an automatic because there was no shell casings on them.
So is that like Tupac? Was he shot once and then 6 bullets?
Yeah, I don't know. Pac was shot 6 times or 9 times. I don't know. I know he was shot more.
Was it 9?
No, that was 50. 50 was shot 9. Yeah, Pac had 6 shots.
Yeah, that was 6 in the elevator.
Yeah, 6 shots. Yeah.
And I think it was once and 6 bullets. Wow.
Yeah, so you Pac fan?
Yes, I love him.
Okay.
He is. That is an MC. I know people have their own views of him. But that man has some music that still is rocking to this day.
That's the truth. That's definitely the truth.
Respect to Biggie, all of those fans. Not saying Biggie, I'm not a Biggie fan, but Pac kind of wins more. And I wish I could have went to a Pac concert. So everybody who went, email me something. Let me know how it was. When you were shot, were you awake the entire time?
Yeah, I was awoke the entire time. It was interesting. I knew it was serious because I was wheezing.
Okay.
And I felt myself like, so I was like, oh man, you know what I mean? It pierced something. So I just kind of laid on the ground and just like, yo, because everybody was panicking and screaming. I was like, listen, just calm down.
You said that from the ground?
Yeah, I said, calm down, I'm good. Somebody just called the ambulance. So, I can, because I knew that thing was serious.
You had someone praying for you.
Right, my great grandma, she was a prayer warrior.
That's what we need. That's all of the grandmothers and great grandmothers are passing away. That's why I feel this generation is out of control, very out of control. This youth. And speaking of the youth, do you speak to the youth? Are you a mentor?
Yes. Well, I go around. I speak. I go on different speaking engagements. All over the nation, really. Currently, I do things locally as well. I really enjoy inspiring the youth. I believe that if, not necessarily had I met myself when I was a youth, would it have really changed anything? But it still would be interesting enough to just hear that side.
Right.
From somebody that's not all old and we tend to oh man, you old, But the youth, they understand me, they can relate with me. We're not that far in terms of age and, culture. The culture is still the same, They affect it very much through hip hop.
Okay.
And the fact that, I bring that to the table as well as my experience and my life story.
Okay.
They identify with that.
Have it, ever crossed your mind, or maybe do you have in the works to youth who are currently involved with violence and drugs and things, if they're into the music, have you thought about putting together a program to mentor them and help them use music as an outlet instead of the streets?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that a lot of people you know, kind of, they run that by me.
Okay.
And it's something that, you know, in the future I would be interested in doing. But honestly, I think I have a passion more so for like men that's like, you know, 27, 28, 29. Because a lot, you know, and I understand a lot of people say, yo, you know, they set in their ways and, you know, you got the youth are very impressionable. So, you know, I just don't believe in giving up. You know, I changed my life, you know, in my late 20s. So I believe that, you know, if I can sit down with them and they identify with me and knowing that, yo, it's never too late to change. You know, I noticed that a lot. Everybody always scream youth, youth, youth. And I'm like, man, we got a lost generation of 27, 28, 29, 30-year-olds just out there trapping and robbing and all of that. And everybody just kind of gave up on them and just, you know, get targeting towards the 15 and 16-year-olds. And I'm like, man, that's why, you know what I mean? That's why so many people are in the situation they're in. They don't, nobody believes that, you know. And I understand where that comes from. I'm not condemning anyone that believes in that. I'm just saying that I don't believe in that. And I changed, in the, you know, at that age, so I'm sure that I can, you know, be an example to them. So I do have more of a passion to speak to those men, because I think that I'll be more effective with them.
And they'll probably listen more.
Right.
Because they're older and more mature. So with all of these experience, jail and the music and being shot, have you learned how precious time is?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I did. Time is very, you know, I didn't have, like I mentioned to you earlier, I didn't really have a great concept on how valuable time was, because I just did what I wanted to do for so long, every day, all day. I just did whatever I wanted to do. I just fly to another, you know, state and just do, you know, I'd bring a couple of my boys with me or whatever. But you know, since I've been released, I see that time is extremely. Matter of fact, not since I've been released, being locked up, when you see your kids getting, you know, little light mustaches and stuff like that, that's a scary, you know, that's a scary situation. You know, to see your little boy growing up and you got life, you know, 6 years with life parole, and you see him getting older and you're not there, that's you know, that is serious.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, definitely so. Time is definitely of the essence.
What are you doing with your time now?
Grind, 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 grind. You know, right now I'm really big. Right now I'm doing my album. I'm doing my album. A lot of my energy and my time is being spent on my album and just being able, that service. You know, some people call it a ministry, some people call it a career. You know, I call it a service. I believe I have a lot to say. Not only from just out of me regulating myself, just what I've seen how I impact people through my music, and I see that it's bigger than me. There was a situation just last week. One of my close friends, he's 30 years old. He was diagnosed with cancer, like seriously, where he was, you know, he's in the hospital looking, you know, like barely could talk. And when I rushed to go see him, and when I was in the room talking, as soon as I got in, he asked me, could you close the door? He couldn't even talk really. And when I closed the door, first thing the man asked me, he said, Joe, could you just rhyme for me, man? Just say some of your rhymes, man. And I was like, wow. And you know, I couldn't even get through the rhymes because I was so devastated at seeing him. But when I left, I said, see, man, that's why you got to keep rhyming. It's just for somebody to be practically on their deathbed, and the first thing they asked me is to rhyme. You know, I was like, yo, I got to go even harder now.
That goes back to the medicine and candy.
Exactly.
That's what's up. That is what's up. Are you a ghostwriter? Do you ghostwrite for anyone?
No, not really. Occasionally I ghostwrite a hook or something like that.
Okay.
But no, I haven't gotten into that.
Okay. What inspires you as an artist?
Life. I'm just like the best thing about being an MC is you can, music is like, that's my voice.
Okay.
You know, I don't do a lot of talking, you know, so that's my way of expressing myself over beats. You know, people don't take it as personal either. You know, if you can say something over music, and as opposed to saying something to somebody, they may be offended. You know, if you say it to them, but through a song, they may not be able to be offended and may be able to receive something of what you're saying. You know,
get that medicine.
Yeah. So I just enjoy the arts of just being able to express myself, my views of the world. You know, and I also understand that my music will outlive me. You know, when I'm gone, my music will still be online and different things. So it's a way of leaving a legacy.
I like that. Okay, what software do you use in regards to your production of your music?
Well, I work. My platform is Logic Pro. I use that. That's like the primary one. Guy that makes my music, he uses it as well. Reason, obviously Reason, he uses that as well. It's pretty much it though in terms of that. Fruity Loops maybe a little bit, but
Fruity Loops?
Yeah.
Is that the cereal?
Fruity Loops, and it's like a production platform that has been out for a long time, but you know a lot of people use Fruity Loops.
It's kind of grown.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do some of these machines do? Do you use all the screens at once?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm editing, you know, if I'm editing a video, I could be editing on it here. If I have somebody, like, I'll have somebody recording in there and I'll have them on here, but while they're in there practicing, I could, you know, I'll use this for editing. You know, I'll have that on for when I shoot videos in here, so that'll be the screen that the artist can see themselves in.
Oh, so they will be able to see themselves at the same time.
Yeah, they'll be able to see themselves. I realize that helps them get more into. It's almost like when you're looking in the mirror, if you're singing or something, you can, you know, you look in the mirror, you go in hard while you look at yourself in the mirror. That's what that kind of, you know, does. It kind of gives them how they look.
Okay.
You know, so yeah.
So they can see their mistakes and catch those boogers. Do I have any? You guys ain't gonna tell me anyway.
On the right.
Oh, Kurt said I have one on the right. Can you get it? Can you reach it?
With the long hands come out.
Oh, thanks for that tissue. The boxes, are those speakers or is that like a database?
Those are monitors.
Oh.
Yeah, those are monitors. Just when I'm doing a mix or something, I'm pre-mixing something, I'll turn those on and, you know, gives me a full range of sound.
Okay.
And if you notice this down here in the back cave, I do audio as well as video. You know, just in today's industry, you can do it all.
Okay.
At some point, you'll have to hire a professional when you want it. You know, when you want it, and I do that. But as far as the pre-production, you know, you save a lot of money by, you know, practicing here as opposed to going somewhere else and practicing. Not that I don't have the quality sound, because I do have it. However, I like to as far as my projects, I want them to be industry standard in terms of, you know, the sound quality, the A to D to DC inverters, which I know you don't know what that is. That's why I just threw that out there. I actually said it wrong. It's really A to D to C, C, A, B, C.
Who can say that 5 times fast? I dare you. A to C, B to C. No, he's not saying the alphabet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you know, and you can see the game has been revolutionized. As we can see, you know, the big record labels, they're not as useful as they used to be.
Right.
You know, their marketing dollars obviously are still, you know, what pretty much everyone still wants, but you know, it's a lot of guerrilla marketing now. Okay. You know, so.
So would you like to be picked up by a national label?
It really would depend on the terms. You know, I got these 360 contracts, and there's just so much going on now. Anything they put into you, they got to recoup it back and all that. A lot of independent labels are, you know, they're making it, man, without that, you know, that heavy elephant on their back.
Right.
So it really would depend on the terms of the contract. You know, so.
Do you have an independent label now?
Yeah, Demand Records.
Okay.
Yeah, Demand Records is the company that my album will be released under.
So you like to be in demand?
Well, Demand actually is, I have 6 children.
Okay.
And it's a demand for those 6 children in order to feed
Yes,
them.
I have one, and it's a demand for him.
And then it just so happens to spell my children's name.
Oh.
It's Devel, it's Imani, it's Alfonso, it's Nassim, and it's Deja. And that spells demand. So there is the demand for them, and their name just happens to spell it as well.
That is so hot.
Yeah, that's freestyle too.
Yes. Yes. Well, my son name is John, so.
John the Baptist.
Well, what can I spell with John? What can I spell with J?
Look who just called me.
Oh.
John.
Yes.
Isn't that so?
What was the, I like to ask everyone this, what's the greatest advice that anyone has ever given to you?
Accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best advice I ever got.
Okay.
Why?
Why? Well, the teachings of Christ, the things that he taught, the lifestyle that he lived, the reason he came, the whole deal was intriguing enough for me to try to mimic it. And in trying to mimic it, it actually changed my life.
Okay.
And not necessarily, listen, I'll make it even bigger, say not change my life, but save my life. Because had I not been introduced to that, phew, man, you just seen that shooting on
the news?
Yeah. Because I've been shot, stabbed,
Wow.
lost 100 stacks. I've been popped, bagged, attempted, kidnapped. When I flopped, they laughed, made mockery out the kid. I was hot, mad, but I learned to forgive. I owe a lot. I'm glad. They said that I should have been dead. I'm covered by the blood. The boy's been spared. I've been spared. You know what I mean? That's for real.
Do you know what he means?
For sure.
Did y'all feel that? Did y'all feel it? I'm sitting right here, and it is hot.
Now she mean the lyrics, not my breath. Now let's get it right.
Yes, the lyrics. Okay. Wow. That's really powerful. And yes, Jesus is the man. He is definitely the man. That's something they need to put back into the schools. I believe that will help a lot of the children. Just not having it at church, but actually having it in schools as well.
Yeah, and not just saying the name though. I think that's what a lot of us fall at. Would just say Jesus loves you, or Jesus. But Jesus died for you. I mean, people need to hear more
Right.
than just that. You know what I mean? Like that's not enough for me. It wasn't enough to catch my attention. You needed more so highlight, his way of living and what he, why he did what he did. It's that is what really helps.
They need to just show them the movie.
Cool.
No, a lot of kids probably can't see that movie. But so, for all of the people who are unfamiliar with you musically, I would like to give them a taste of your latest project. Well, your latest single, if that's all right with you.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And if you really like it, you can go and support at Reverb Nation. Type in Fonz, Fonz, space Carter, Carter. I got 3. It's a maxi single. One is titled Focused. Then we have another one is titled Soar. And then the feature track that she's gonna play, if I'm not mistaken, is Can We Talk?
Yes.
Can We Talk?
My own personal favorite. I like the other ones, but I like Can We Talk as well. Because, it's some people that I need to talk to. So can we talk? Okay.
When we do this like we doing it for TV, B. You hear me? Everywhere I look and everywhere I go, I can see them pointing fingers saying that's Fonzo. Oh, Like I'm some sort of freak show. Like they never seen a Christian cat in some street clothes. Fitted cop rocking a fresh leather pea coat. Levi's pressed with a fresh pair of Adidas. Pure white is like I'm stepping in some kilos. All four got popped with a couple kilos. Street life reminiscent of a seesaw. Up, down. Y'all, we need to pray more. First Louis, then Joey, now Rick. Lord, may your grace cover my boys living the legal. Touched a lot of paper and I hope to see more. I pray the Lord feed me, see more. Rappers calling out every hole in the wall. Difference is I'm real and them boys CB fall. Let's ball. Like I'm some sort of freak show. Like they never seen a Christian cat in some street clothes. Fitted cop rocking a fresh leather pea coat. Levi's pressed with a fresh pair of Adidas. Pure white, it's like I'm stepping in some kilos. All four got popped with a couple kilos. Street life reminiscent of a seesaw. Up, down. Y'all, we need to pray more. First Louis, then Joey, now Rick. Lord, may your grace cover my boys living the legal. Touched a lot of paper and I hope to see more. I pray the Lord feed me, see more. Rappers crawling out every hole in the wall. Difference is I'm real and them boys CB fall. Let's ball.
That's what's up.
I'ma show you how a Christian ball. That's what it is. Fonz Carter, who rhyme harder. When I'm spitting, my intention is to open your eyes, stimulate the subconscious part of your mind. Graphic tale inside an ex-hustler's life, hoping to touch your heart and then convert it to Christ. This is not Hollywood, homie, the camera, the light. I'm talking about the town where them clowns gamble with life, where them things be loaded, both guns and the dice, and they ready to bang it out like Miss Turner and Ike. 80s and early 90s, man, they scuffled and fight. Now, simple as a little brush scuff on his Nike. Get you ed out by that burner or that blade of the knife. My homie died. Son thought he was sexing his wife. Stabbed him in his lung and his heart. Ended his life. Left to die on the lawn, bleeding, staring off in the night. I pray when he awoke, he saw that marvelous light. I'm from a side where love and hate coincide and relationships collide off of envy and pride. Dope fiends intuitive with ingenuitive minds. Great as Edison's, more clever than Einstein's. 14, I met a fiend, Mega Mike. Took the marrow out his chicken bone, created a pipe. I stood in the kitchen leaning in awe at the sight as he tossed away his worries in life. I'm telling you, man, we gotta get right. What you think?
I agree.
What do you think? You gotta get right or what?
I agree. I'm sorry, guys. I am like in awe of you guys. You guys need to pause, rewind, and just listen to the lyrics. Just listen to the lyrics, and you will understand exactly. Fonz Carter, you will understand that this man has a gift. Like I come across a lot of artists, but I'm sorry, babies, y'all need to come up some. Y'all need to pause, rewind, record, get it all together. That was hot. That has Hazel Sky. Kiss and approval on that. So, how do you support demand?
Demand? How do I support them kids? Well, I got various endeavors. One in particular, we stand in front of my location now. It's electronic outlet, 168 Elmwood Avenue. Basically, I started this about 3 years ago. We specialize in selling refurbished and new laptops, iPads, iPods, LED TVs, various electronics. Like I said, I've been here for about 3.5 years. It's growing every year, and it's a blessing.
Okay, so business is good for you?
Yes, it's actually, first year was pretty good, yes, and it got better.
Thanks.
Follow me. As the famous Twitter saying, follow me.
Will do. Yeah. We are following Fonz Carter inside of 168 Elmwood. Wow. Nice. So how is the Elmwood community welcoming?
Yeah, they actually are. It's two different organizations. It's the Elmwood Village, and then there's also Allentown Committee. And they are supportive of the business. I get a lot of business from those organizations.
Okay, so basically everything electronic people can find with you.
Yeah, I call it a mini Radio Shack, basically. You know, that's pretty much what it is. As you can see, we got the newest LED TVs. We have LCD, occasional plasmas. We don't carry as many plasmas, but we do have them. We have a variety of laptops. As you can see.
1 second, sorry, hold this. I'm going to be your own personal Vanna White.
Okay, thank you very much. We normally stock at least 16 laptops. We have the first shelf is more so the cheaper entry-level laptops, starting off at $199, and then they pretty much go up from there to maybe $299. And I mean, we sell them as much as $1,200-$1,300, but those are the more higher-end Mac Pros and MacBooks and Alienware, things of those natures. We normally carry. That's normally a large television right there, but I have been blessed enough to keep selling that one, so I can't stock it as fast enough. But it's a good thing. We have all accessories. We have free layaway. Come on, Vanna, don't get fired, Vanna. Free layaway. We have 30 and 60-day layaway. So you know, it is what it is, and what it is a blessing. Again, I can't state that as much because it's just grown faster than I anticipated. Again, that comes from good customer care and free layaway, free delivery. We have all accessories, the higher end headphones to the entry level ones as well. We have the iPhone 5 cases, obviously, the 4 cases. We don't currently stock any Samsung's cases for the phones. We have the little mini iPod docks over there, as you can see. Camera is now showcasing. We're actually closed, so a lot of the showcase lights are off, so the products don't glisten as much as they normally do. But we are a reputable business, black owned, and it's just good to be a part of the community, man. Don't touch my bike now. I gotta ride my bike home tonight. Yeah, man, I'm getting my workout on, so I'm starting to ride my bike in the morning.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what it is, and so. Come on down and support a brother doing some positive things, you know, giving back to a community that I once took advantage of.
Well, Fonz, has been a blessing being here with you in your store and your studio. And of course, guys, this is only part 1.
Part 1. Part 2 coming up when it's a straight artist. Y'all gonna find me a lot in the booth. You know, showcase some of my videos. I actually got like 4 new videos that'll be out like next week. I'm gonna hold on to them for a minute. I'll let y'all like do the like world premiere or something. Maybe that'd be
world premiere.
Fonz Carter world premiere. Y'all doing big things now.
Again, this your girl Hazel Sky. Believe in yourself, dreams will come true.
I want to set straight for the record. Let's make no mistakes. I'm a Christian, and it don't mean I ain't a go-getter. Just means I ain't going to hell trying to get it. My soul worth more than my fetish. I'm gonna live right, and then go and get this bread up. More cheddar.
Like whatever's on my list. 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 Let me start it off. kinda slow. You think that I'm an amateur, but sit and watch me flow. Some lyrics are dynamic and some are sound unique. I started off in English, maybe break it down to Greek. Sometimes they call me nutty, maybe they call me Gary. Maybe swing a blow, but a bullet only scares me. Maybe wanna talk, I believe talk is cheap. When you want to speak, you better say something sweet. Cause brother, if you don't, I think you take my words for granted. You might find your ass and your head on the same planet. Take heed to the word or you're losing. Cruiser for a bruise or whatever the brother's choosing. I can make it different or I make my tongue twist. Like bibbidi or whatever's on my list. That was just a sample, so it's time to overload. And overload oppression maybe makes your nut explode. And if I don't explode, maybe it'll cause a leak. So much knowledge in my head, I can maybe make it creak. And if you want a battle, I consider you a clown. Up it, then I blow the house down. I don't consider any rapper as a king. A dream more master, I believe I'm supreme. So when I rock a house, best believe the place shake. Happy everyone that hears me knows that I'm great. What happened to my words? My words are outspoken, split in half and broken. Beat the nut, boy, stop smoking. Man, stop hitting it and listen to the word. Be a blast from the glass, maybe bring your heart surgery. Break. Break. So be hip to the words that I'm speaking. Preaching that I manifest, I'm not Puerto Rican. Everything is laid out, written down and managed. A grit for my teeth, maybe bring the house damage. Speak through the mic when you speak to the nut. What to say, boy, shut the fuck up. I'm a king to my fans cause I'm lethal. Lethal to the beat, maybe because I'm cock diesel. Maybe the people love me, maybe the people don't. How many people live, then how many people won't? So I keep to myself and keep stepping. Maybe teach a lesson to the rappers that's fessin'. Maybe to be boss, but they really ain't that shit. Stick them in dip, then I eat them like a chip. When I'm on stage, you know I'm not joking. You never see a cigarette, the place is still smoking. I thank you for the boss, I do believe it's me. Every time I rain, the people smell Jubilee. Is it because this thing know the places will trade? You can say blue, but I'm still getting paid. Non-stop rapping, I think you overloaded. It only took a minute and you finally exploded. Like bibbidi ball, whatever's on my list. 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 To explode. Let me start it off a kinda mellow. Hello to the people cause I'm quite a nice fellow. Only eat chicken on the days that's sunny. Because in the winter I just like making money. Keep my pockets stacked and beware of my bag. Gee, why is that nut? Cause a brother would attack me. Attack the nut? Yes, brother, it's possible. Trying to take my money, you will end up in the hospital. Critical condition. Yes, players try to touch me. Don't touch nut. No, they standing safe. Although I play it cool like ice cream and I freeze them. Tease them with a knock cause I surely won't please them. Why they don't like it? Won't you go and ask them? I breeze right past them. House. My members are with the 12K. No, my 9mm. Spray the place and flee away in my Cherokee. Go to the store, get myself a cup of coffee. What happened to the car? They got lost in the sauce sheet. Cause I be flying down the street on the west coast. Go to the water, get away, get my jet boat. Now the people know that they really can't catch me. Play like a opponent till the cops come fetch me. If they can't catch me, it's a clean getaway. Go to the crib, what I did is put my getaway. Now they can't arrest, all of that is irrelevant. Speak to the judge, you forgot, there's no evidence. Did they see a shoe? No, I'm too intelligent. Wore a black coat in the mask, I'm the president. I'm too smooth and be caught by a cop. What about the girl? She got smart and I shot her. Could've never clothes don't run with the blubber mouth. But I was nice, dropped her off at her mother's house. Mother got home, called me on my pager. What happened to my girl? She got smart and I sprayed her. Took her to court, but I had a mean alibi. Got away twice, not too damn satisfied. Got a mean alibi? Shut it with the quickness. I was at home with my girl eating breakfast. Did they let you go? No, they had to confirm it. So the little judge said, oh, I'll return it. So I went to jail, now you know they can't keep me. Made a bill, shot a mother up cause I'm sneaky. Went to court cause I know the lawyer couldn't stick this. Why is that? Cause her brother didn't have a witness. So I went home with my girl, I was happy. Looked at her father and he screamed and said, oh, but I didn't care cause the brother couldn't touch me. But it was a lie cause the brother tried to fuck me. But I didn't sweat it cause my gun was fully loaded. My brother snatched the gun and said you finally explode. Like bibbidi ball, whatever's on my list. Like bibbidi ball, whatever's on my list. Like bibbidi.
I got ice in my veins, but I never freeze up. I got ice in my veins, but I never freeze up. I got ice in my veins, but I never freeze up.